G'day gamers, Wybot here, of Filthy Wybot 74. I am very busy at the moment. Yes, I've been saying that for the last couple of videos, but I just want to say I'm back up to 370 subscribers. Welcome my new subscribers. Hopefully you're not bots, like the Wybot. But look, I did say my next video was going to be of the Sony press conference. I'm only just getting around to watching it now, but look, it's 5 XP on Gears of War 4 in all game modes, so I thought I'd jump on and see if I can find a game, and all I played was King of the Hill. And I just want to talk about, and as the title says, they'll never understand the rush of pushing the hill. And it comes down to this generation of Gears of War players. Now, and I thought it was very fitting, and I was thinking about it while I was playing Mercy, and it came up to Mercy on this one, and I said, gosh, this is my favourite map in Gears of War 3. This is where, Gears of War 3 is where I learnt to be a good loser, to have a laugh, not to rage so much, to appreciate a good, great video game. And I didn't realise it until it just diminished, you know, Gears of War 3. Mercy was just, without a doubt, when you, King of the Hill or even Team Deathmatch, you are pushing for the top of that hill. Now, as you can see here, peeps, this is my first game I've played, or sorry, first session of Gears of War 4 since the last video I did, which was like 40 minutes of Gears of War 4. It has been a lot of fun here and there, but the community, and I'll state this, seems to be more worried about aesthetics and their KD. And Gears of War 4, or Gears of War in general, is about teamwork and objective gameplay. And I've noticed a hell of a lot. I was ranked 74, I'm now ranked 85 because of double 5 XP. I want to rank up again before it ends on Thursday. And when I used to play Gears of War, you could play for about, seriously, 3-4 hours every night without an issue, all weekend. You know, we're looking at 20 hours a week almost. I'm lucky to do that a month or 2 months with Gears of War 4. This is the most I've played in a hell of a long time. And I mean that, peeps. I mean that. And I enjoyed it. As you can see, I'm doing very, very well here in that game. I hope you enjoyed that intro. I was getting a frag and tag there. You didn't have the microphone on, but I woke the dog when I shouted. And I was like, yeah, frag and tag. Still get a bit of a joy. But, people, they're more about the aesthetics and their KD than pushing the objective. Now, when I was playing this game in the session of Gears of War tonight, I got 4 MVPs. Do you know how many times I got that playing just as long as a session for Gears of War 3? I'd be lucky to get 1. And if I did, it was because of the teammates that I had. Look at this, man. And it seems to me that a lot of the gamers, it gets too hard, they break out the Enforcer. They hang back for the power weapons. Now, the power weapons, which is the Hammer Burst now, they punish you if you are ranked and you rage quit too much. I wouldn't know because I haven't played ranked in ages because there's a region lock on us. And I don't know, dude. It's sad. I look on the Gears of War pages and the people are talking about how good they are. Get good, sucker. I'll beat your wall bounces, a bit of that. But they seem to be missing the point. And the only passion I see it in is in the pro players, and I see that grin on their face when they're pushing for that hill. And that's what Gears of War is about. It's about, it's going for the power weapons, talking to your mates about, we're going to get in there and we're going to go hard. It's a very unforgiving game. There's got to be skill. Camping is for losers. The Enforcer is for the beginner. The Hammer Burst is for the dropkick. The Boon's for the noob. And the Nasher is for the skill. And the movement is for the skilled. And I hate it, because even I've been locked on the wall, and I don't even wall bounce. I'm like, why are they punishing me? I'm a mediocre player. And, it is kind of good to see that they're going strategy-based games and doing things like that, because I think it's important that a company looks after its main constituents, which is the Horde players and the American people here and there. But I was talking to a co-worker of mine today, and he said, why aren't you excited about Gears of War 5? And I told him because it might be region locked. And he goes, what the hell's that? And I told him what it was all about. And he said to me, do they have that with Halo 5? Now, I know I keep on bringing it up. I said, no, they don't. And they don't even have it for Call of Duty. They don't. You can find games. And he goes, what's the big issue? I said, well, it's more of a disadvantage to us than it is to them. But because, and I'll give you a classic example, man. I don't know how many rage messages I got when I played Escalation, and I was with a bloody good team. I'm talking New Zealand Killer Beast, some of the Aussie Bears, Lords and people like that, Old Man Badger, which I don't see them playing Gears of War anymore. We're talking about the creme of the creme without all the succubus. We're talking about the hardcore sweaty nudes. We're talking about the guys that when they approach the console to play Gears, bring a sponge and a bucket and say, fuck it, we're earning tonight. And we did. We owned several times. And people raged and carried on. It doesn't matter, man. It's about flanking and getting out of the game and call-outs. And that's what it was all about. But these guys always say get good, blah, blah, blah. And it's just... One guy foolishly said, oh, why am I giving the 89-day ban on Gears of War? And he said it on Twitter. And so the TC said, what's the GT? Could I find out for? And they went to the GT. And it turns out he rage quitted more than anybody. It's because he wasn't doing that well. His KD didn't look that good. Man, when I'm playing Halo, man, this is me, man. This is probably one of the oldest people that does YouTube in Australia and plays gaming and tries to be up there with the best of them. When I'm playing Halo, right, and I'm playing ranked, man, I was plastic or lead when I first started. And I kept that up there to show people, yeah, I'm bad, but I'm getting better and better. When I got to silver, I had a bloke, a complete random Australian, say, yeah, good to see you improve, bro. Keep it up. There is that respect, that camaraderie. People like Mint Blintz, I have somewhat of their respect because I keep on pursuing and pushing myself. And like I've always said, I don't care about KD. It's the win. It's the results. It's the teamwork. And when I see people carry on and say something get good, I got all the skins. And that's what it seems to be about. This community at the moment just seems to be more about how good you look than how well you play and how much you enjoy it and how you're a true Gears head. And they've lost the point, and they never understand the joy of the full rush. So, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Tell me what you think if you're excited for Gears of War 5. Now, a lot of things have come out about, let's be brutal here, people, about E3. A lot of good rumours. Now, from what I've seen, Sony has always just come out with story mode-based games. A lot of the Sony fanboys saying, I didn't do well on E3. Wake up, people. They've got their Paris or Japan show later in the year. That's when they come out with the big shots. They can afford to rest on their laurels a bit. Xbox is talking about, guess what, Xbox 2's next year. I've just bought the Xbox One X. And what really pisses me off out the most is Black Ops 4, you have to buy a Games Pass to get free new maps once every month. So it's not really free DLC and free maps after all. I'm going to be one of those bad people who still buy it. The new engine for Halo. So The Last of Us looks like a game I should get into. I think games like God of War and Detroit Becoming Too Human. It's an exciting time for a gamer, but 2019 is going to be the next gen. And that's a separate video in itself. And particularly, I've got a Halo video to talk about Halo and all sorts of things coming up. But I'm about to watch a bit of the Sony PlayStation press conference and see how they went. A lot of people complain and whatever. But one thing I will say from what I briefly noticed about Sony, they support all their peripherals and their older games. So if you're a Sony fanboy or fan of Sony, you will not be disappointed. As a gamer, I'm not, man. It's come to the point here that Sony are killing it with just story mode games, and I think, just a wild random out here, I really think that the next DLC for Gears of War 5 or the Gears of War 4 could be just DLC, and they should improve the multiplayer, man. If they did that, who knows? But as Alasaki said in my last video, I'll reply to his comment. Yeah, the fans have been screaming for Gears of War 2 UE. Now, if they did that, like if they had the strategy game and the pop game, and they had Gears of War 2 UE, and maybe one or two maps which I could easily do for Gears of War 4, Rob Ferguson would have walked out there with his head held up high, because the staples, the two games that Sony will never get is Gears of War and Halo. And those games are great stories, great multiplayer, great horde mode. Well, they were great. Well, let's face it, Gears of War was a good multiplayer. But they were strong, very strong games, and still are. It seems to be they're just waning. They don't know what to do. Well, that's it for Halo Infinite. Who knows? Gamescom, like I said, that will come out. I think Gamescom will see more footage of Gears of War 5. I will wait my judgment on the multiplayer. The campaign, I don't mind it. A lot of people have an issue with Kate being the main hero. We're going to look at the way I look at it from this point of view. I don't care if it's female people pushing a political agenda. How on earth, we've got to ask this, and I've asked this for many, many years, that how on earth, the most butt ugly things you've ever seen in video games, have a queen who has one of the most gorgeous derrieres and bodacious tartars in a video game, and nobody's ever asked the question, what? I originally thought it was Marcus's mum, and that was blown out because I've read all the books. That's not true. It's Kate's grandmother, or whatever you want to say. It's Kate's granny. Kay's granny. So you know how your granny joins a country club here and there. Her granny did no such thing. She doesn't know how to make a sponge cake, but she knows how to fuck up a planet. So I want to know how. I mean, I'm just dying just to find out how on earth they're going to explain that bullshit. Because did she breed? Did a locust come out of a womb or something? Like, I mean, there are so many things I'm just interested just for the multiplayer. For the campaign. And I want to know why on earth she's on this skiing thing and the dude is not skiing back and he's sitting down taking a lovely view with a cannon. All that kind of stuff. It looks good. I think the campaign, I'll say it will be great. It'll be interesting. Will it keep it? No. I mean, I don't mind playing the campaign and going from there. I enjoyed Gears of War 4, seeing the old guys come back. Marcus without a beard, that's a bit weird. That rhymes. Marcus without a beard is a bit weird. But, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, welcome my new subs. I don't normally do videos this long. Next video hopefully will be of the Sony press conference if I feel like it. All my thoughts on the new X49Xs and rumour mill here and there, which my mate Bears Kills shit, Art of Horror or Bear Kills sent to me, messenger here and there. The rumours are going left, right, front and centre. E3 is an exciting time. I will say this though, man, have you seen the calibre of laptops that are coming out these days at E3? They're talking about like you can take them to the office. They don't look like gaming laptops, but they're a little bit overpowered for just reading emails and doing point tasks. But my gosh, the laptops these days are possessed. I'm not going to lie, man. Even my laptop is still kicking ass. So, it's exciting time. It's exciting time, you know. And I think later in the year, Gamescom's going to be great. But I think 2019 is the next generation for gamers, in my view. Hopefully I'll be still around for that generation in gaming and so forth. But as you can see here, coming back here, reminding me of the Monday Mercy, Mercy Monday. This is my box, people. You'll never get me, and this is how I finish off this game. Look at this. Wybert's just going nuts. Getting the triple. This is my box. This is my hill. Thanks for coming. We're owning you. Mercy's mine. You'll never understand the rush of the hill. I'm old school, and I look good. So there's Queen Mirror, Frag Attack. Be good to those that own you. I think one of 4 MVPs I've got. I don't know what the score is that's coming up here. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, notifications on. Follow me on Twitter, like my Facebook page. And I'll catch you mofos on the battlefield. Always keep it positive. Be good to those that own you. Tell me what you think in the comment section down below.